You've done a lot of better claps than that.
Oh, it just sounds wrong. It just sounds wrong.
Please keep that in. Please keep that in.
I'm editing this one, so...
I tried not to laugh.
Right, he's not editing this one because we need to keep that in.
I tried so hard not to laugh. I promise I tried.
I meant nothing wrong by it.
No, I know. I realised as soon as you said it a second time, I was like, oh, wait, I just said something that's...
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't
I'm sorry, I
have said.
tried so hard not to laugh then.
Oh, well. Well, what a start, eh?
Yeah. And on that note, welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Purple Show. I am your host today, which feels a bit strange. But yeah, you can see I'm joined with people who are completely different to what the usual team is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a lot to get through. So where should we start? Let's start with La Liga.
More than happy to start. And La Liga, again, of course, has lots of interesting fixtures. And Barcelona drop points again. They're not doing as well. Still, though, Lewandowski firing. He got a goal. But a 94th minute equaliser from Hassan Diao got Real Betis a point. Flick got sent off as well. Lo Celso scoring a penalty. The man's in the goals. 6 goals, 1 assist so far this season for Real Betis in 10 games. He has really found his form for Real Betis under Manuel Pellegrini. As for Real Madrid, they keep on winning in the league. They got a 3-0 win. Jude Bellingham with a goal and an assist. Mbappe on the score sheet. Arda Güler as well. Girona sitting 9th. We all know how up and down they are in terms of form.
Quick question. What's wrong with Barcelona, would you say? Because they started so well and have just suddenly dropped off completely.
Yeah.
What's happened?
They're conceding a lot more opportunities. Real Betis had over 3 expected goals in that game. They're not as solid defensively as they have been in previous weeks. They conceded 19 goals in 17 matches. That's not exactly great for a side that's meant to be competing for the league title. They are still top, of course. But Real Madrid do have that game in hand. If they do win, they go above them. And if Atletico Madrid win their game in hand, they go level on points with Barcelona. Speaking on Atletico Madrid, they had an absolutely crazy game against Sevilla. They were 2-1 down, and it went from 2-1 to 3-1, and then somehow Atletico Madrid managed to fight back and get a win. Antoine Griezmann getting a brace and scoring a 94th minute winner for his side. Very impressive for Sevilla to go ahead and score 3 at the Wanda Metropolitano, because Atletico are usually so good defensively. They've only conceded 11 goals in La Liga this season. Before the game, Sevilla had only scored 14 in 15. So to get 3 goals away from home, really impressive. Leganes with a 3-0 victory a 3-0 loss against Real Sociedad. Brais Mendes, Oyarzabal and Barrenechea getting the goals. He got a goal and an assist, and Barrenechea. I'm not sure if I'm butchering that or not, but a very, very impressive win for them. They're up to 6th. They seem to be back to normal. Zubimendi still performing really, really well. There was a first few weeks of the season where they weren't doing great. They were in the bottom half, around 13th, 14th after 6-7 games, but they seem to be really clicking and really rolling now.
How's your hate watch going?
How's it? Not well.
You started to hate watching him in general.
Not watched a lot of Real Sociedad because they're doing well now. But elsewhere in the table, I mean, Athletic Club, big 2-0 win against Villarreal. Both sides are currently competing for the top 4. Iñaki Williams getting a goal. Oyan Sanchez, another goal contribution for him, an assist. And Nico Williams on the bench, which was very interesting. I was quite surprised to see him get dropped by Ernesto Valverde. But I mean, the table looking at the moment, as I've said, Barcelona top, Real Madrid 2nd, Atletico 3rd, Athletic Club 4th, and Villarreal 6 points off the Basque side in 5th.
I was going to ask, can you see Sanchez getting a big move?
Potentially. He's been doing well recently. Of course, he came off the bench the week before and got, I think, 2 goals to help his side win the game. He's a solid player. But I think the Athletic Club is such an interesting and unique club, of course, because of their rule that they have with their transfers. So many of the players feel such a bond with the football club that it's very difficult to get them to leave unless if it is like an incredible move. Like Laporte to City,
Yeah.
Kepa went to Chelsea, of course, for that record
It
fee.
is so surprising though that they do as well as they do, because
incredible.
they're literally
Yeah.
only using players from one nation and one part of that nation.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
still
think
It's such a small pool to keep producing the talent that they do as well is ridiculous.
It's incredible.
Like, it's not even just about, the club keeping the players. The fact that one region is creating such quality players is literally ridiculous.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing how they stay at it. I think they've never been relegated from La Liga.
No, haven't.
I'm pretty certain on that, which is ridiculous because I believe they're the only clubs alongside Barcelona and Real Madrid, I want to say. Yeah, because I think
you're
Atletico
right, yeah.
Madrid have been relegated before. So, yeah, I mean, they are such a historic club, and it's good to see them doing well again because they had not been doing great. Let's say, I want to say like 5-6 years ago, they were sort of like more of a mid-table side. Now they seem to be back to where they should
They
be.
won their first trophy or in a long time recently.
Yes.
They won the Copa del Rey, was it?
Yeah, they did,
last year, which the celebrations for that were incredible, to be honest.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Like, watching everyone celebrate, you could tell, like, I think it's one of their teams where they have like a very honest fan base in terms of their fan base will stick behind them no matter what.
Yeah.
And like, as you said, they've had periods of times where they've been rough. It's not been great, but their fan base has stuck behind. I think, as you said before,
Yeah.
because it's such a kind of special club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. And yeah, in the 2019-2020 season, they finished 11th in the table. So, they
Where
had
you
a
say
dip.
they are now?
They are currently 4th in the league at the moment. They have played a game extra than Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid, but they're 6 points off of Barcelona. So I'd say that's a very solid
Yeah,
start to the
Solid,
season for
solid
them.
season, yeah.
Yeah. But that rounds up everything for La Liga.
Where in Europe are we heading next?
Let's go to Germany.
Oh, okay, right, all right. Well, I'm going to be butchering for Henry this week. So the most interesting game of the week probably was Wolfsburg winning 4-3 against Mainz. Late goals in that game with Wind scoring in the 84th minute, and then the winner in the 94th minute. So they came from 3-2 down to win that game. And Ralph Hasenhüttl's side.
Proper butchered it there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I told you I was going to be
He said he was
butchering.
gonna
for
do
Henry. I know how to say it. To
Don't
be fair.
worry, you're not supposed to
Hasenhüttl's
say
side move up to 5th. They've won their last 4 matches.
Wow.
Then Mönchengladbach played Dortmund. Gladbach equalised late on to gain a point. Henry would be happy because guess who scored again for Dortmund?
Bono Gittins.
It was Bino Gittins.
He's just
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
carrying his
even
club.
Bino anymore. It's just Gittins.
Yeah, it's
it's
just Gittins.
Gittins.
He's
But-
carrying this club.
Dortmund have dropped down to 6th now, which obviously for them is very disappointing. Gladbach are in 11th. RB Leipzig beat Kiel 2-0. Sesko and Silva were the two who scored. And Leipzig have dropped out of the title race, but have now won their first league match in 5.
Yeah.
That was a poor run they went on.
Yeah,
though. That
awful
was
run. I mean,
shocking.
even in the Champions League, they've been terrible. I'm pretty certain
They lost to
they're out
Villa.
now.
They lost to Villa
last
3-2
night.
Yeah, I mean,
yesterday.
the only way I could see them even getting... Have they even got a win? I don't even know if
They
they've
got
won
one
yet.
now in 5. I don't
Yeah,
think the
one in
Champions
They've
five.
got
League-
1 in 5.
1 in 5.
They've won one of their last 5 league games. I don't think they've won the Champions League yet. I think they've got only draws.
Wow. I mean, if they've not won a game in the Champions League, I mean, it's looking pretty likely they're not even going to hit 24th place, which gets you into the playoffs. So
But
that's
as I mentioned,
that's
they're
awful.
really missing Xavi Simons.
Yeah.
Like, they're missing his creativity in that midfield.
Yeah. Such an important player.
Yeah. So title contenders Frankfurt slipped up against Augsburg in a 2-2 draw. All goals came in the second half, with Augsburg leading 2-1 until the 74th minute. Frankfurt are now 6 points off of Bayern. Bochum lost again, 1-0 to Werder. They're still yet to win a match this season, which I think is crazy. 13 games into a season, they
Bochum not doing good.
sit bottom with 2 points.
It's got to be one
which
of
is-
the worst in Europe, though, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it probably
That's
is,
got to be the worst.
which is sad for
Yeah.
me. We've got good links with them at Leicester, so it's quite sad to see them doing badly. But
Unlucky.
yeah, they are not doing well. They're going down. Bayern 4-2 winners against Heidenheim. Goals from Upamecano, Musiala and Goretzka gave Bayern a 6-point lead in the title race. Heidenheim are the only side in the league to lose their last 5 matches.
They've lost 5 on the trot.
Ouch.
I mean, they sit 16th in that relegation
it-
battle.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of Union Berlin when they qualified for the Champions League that year, and then they were down towards the bottom for the majority of the season. And of course, Heidenheim have qualified for the Europa Conference League. And yeah, it seems like some teams just cannot hack
Do you think
the European football balance with the league.
Do you think it's like they're prioritising Europe over the league? Or?
They're not even doing well in Europe.
No,
they're not.
They're not doing well in either.
Yeah.
So
But they weren't even up against Kane though. Kane was injured for this game, so and Bayern still managed to score 4 goals, showing that they're not over reliant on him. They're still sharing the goals around. So
when you've got like Musiala, when you've got
Yeah.
Goretzka in your
I mean,
team, their team
Elise
is
was-
cracked anyway.
Elise was key as well, I think. So
Yeah. Was it yesterday? Elise scored a wonder
Yeah,
goal.
that
as
was
well.
yesterday,
That
yeah.
was ridiculous.
No, but back that's the thing with Europe and stuff. I think it's a case of maybe these teams perhaps overperform and stuff,
Yeah.
and that's why they get them into positions. I remember even Cologne a couple of years ago, they were in the Europa League, I think it was,
Yeah.
and and they went down and they've been in trouble ever since. So I think these teams just overperform, especially Heidenheim. Didn't they come up last year? Was it last year they came up or the year before, something like that?
I think the year before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
8th
I
and
mean,
13th had about a
so-
4-point gap or something. Yeah.
You see it in every league, even in the Premier League now, because you okay, Lloyd?
Sorry.
Yeah, basically, like even when Newcastle qualified for the
Yeah.
Champions League,
Yeah.
the man they dropped off that season.
And then
Even
they-
Villa this season. I
Yeah.
know the Villa have been
Yeah.
okay, but they've not been as
Ish, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
They haven't been as good as
No,
it was
no.
last
yeah. I
year.
mean,
So
didn't
it's-
Newcastle finish rock bottom of their
group.
group?
To be fair though, they
It
had
was a
an
hard
ex-
group.
group.
No,
group.
don't get me wrong, it was a hard group, but at the same time, they did also fall off in the Premier League. So it's like, well,
Yeah.
I think with some clubs, I'm not going to say maybe not Newcastle, but with like a lot of other clubs, I think you don't really know what to prioritise, whether it's staying up in the league. Because realistically, let's say you get into Europe, you're not going to get a player who's expecting to play that every time, but you're going to increase quality a bit. So it's like almost you don't really know what competition you really should focus on.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
Yeah. Well, I'll just cover the last 2 games quickly. So Leverkusen scored 2 early goals through Wirtz and Tar to beat St. Pauli 2-1, who are also in the relegation battle. Leverkusen now 3rd, 7 points off Bayern. And Stuttgart beat Union Berlin 3-2. Union were winning 2-0, and Stuttgart came from behind to win 3-2. Union now haven't won a match in 6 attempts. So
Wow.
they're also
Rough.
having a
Stop
bad
trying.
run. They scored 3 goals in those 6 matches as well, so not what you'd expect. So looking at the table, Bayern are 6 points clear, Frankfurt in 2nd. Leverkusen are now chasing them, with Leipzig in 4th in the Champions League spots, who are now 9 points off of Bayern, leading the table. Wolfsburg and Dortmund and Freiburg all sit on 21 points. So yeah, they're trying to push up there, but yeah, it's a tight battle at the top. As we said, Bochum very likely to go down with Holstein Kiel as well. Heidenheim in the relegation playoff spot at the moment, with St. Pauli also candidates for that, with Hoffenheim in 14th, just above that as well.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to see that Ralph Hasenhüttl's doing well. I've always rated him as a coach. Actually, I've always thought he's a decent coach. Like when he was at Southampton, like didn't necessarily work out for him in the end, but he did have some good moments there.
I don't think he had great quality in the squad.
No,
That's the thing. The squad was poor.
Yeah, it's not the best, but yeah, no, he definitely is a good coach, and to get them into 5th place, that's really impressive. I've got to say.
Yeah. Should we move to Portugal?
We can do.
Let's do it.
So we had Sporting losing again.
Wow.
A 2-1 loss away to Moriense. Gyökeres did score. I mean, turning into a bit of a fraud Sporting are, especially because I pat Gyökeres on FIFA and his card will not get upgraded until they win. So
Losing Amorim seems to have really hurt them.
yeah, because how many losses is that on the bounce now?
3 including last night, I think.
Before, including Champions League. 'Cause
Yeah.
They lost to
Arsenal as
Arsenal,
well.
then in the league, then Champions League, and then the league again.
Who did
I
they
thi-
lose to last night?
Club Brugge.
Yeah, Bruges
2-1 loss.
turned it around 2-1.
Wow.
They were winning 1-0, lost
They
2-1.
beat Aston Villa as well, didn't they? Because we watched
Yeah,
that at Box
yeah.
Park.
I think it's just. I think it shows how good a manager Amaron is, and see Sporting's fall off after him. It's crazy. Have they made the a permanent appointment yet?
Yeah,
or?
so they brought up their youth team manager.
Yeah,
Oh,
under 21
it's
coach.
just-
Yeah.
Came up.
he's
It's just
struggling.
it's the same system, but I think it's not the same respect. Because let's be honest, Amorim so far hasn't exactly worked out at United,
No.
but Sporting's fallen off. So I think it's about kind of the manager he is. You can tell that Sporting miss him because, as I said, you're playing the same system. There's no way a manager leaves. You play the same system and you suddenly start becoming bad. Like, come on, realistically.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Exactly.
So we'll move on to the next game. Astroli came from 2-0 down to claim a point away at Braga.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Bruma scored a brace for Braga.
What
They-
a play that is.
They now sit 5th in the league, whilst Astroli sit 11th. Gil Vicente won 2-1 against Nacional. Fernandez scored in the 97th minute to claim the 3 points.
Wow.
Late on.
Yeah.
Can't get much better.
Nacional are now out the relegation zone and sit in the relegation playoff 16th. Benfica got a big win against Vitória, winning 1-0. Bruno Lage has kept up his 100% record in Liga NOS.
Yeah. My favourites for the title, they are, I think,
Yeah.
now.
I
I'm starting
think
to
they-
change my decision from last year,
leaning
last week.
towards them.
They will get.
Yeah.
They do have a game in hand on Sporting, and obviously if they win, they do go top. So it's getting very tight.
I didn't know that.
Pardon?
I didn't know that.
No, it's
Yeah.
game in hand. And
Yeah.
Wow.
They've properly thrown it.
They have, yeah, because they were
how many points
Like-
clear were they?
I want to say
at least 6.
Yeah.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
I have a quick question for you guys. I just want to interrupt real quick. What do you guys think about this kind of European, the relegation playoff? Because
I
I
like it.
like
I
that
love it.
idea.
I
I
think
think
it's
that idea in the English league
Though
system would
I'd
be
hate
good.
it in England. Like, say if
Yeah.
you're say if you're the Premier League club, you just lose to a Championship club, and it just
Well,
sends you down.
put it-
It's,
But I think
Put
it
it into
allows for a lot of
perspective.
variation in the league.
yeah.
Put it in perspective, right? Last season, third place was Leeds, I believe. Or it might be Southampton. Yeah, it was Leeds. And who was 18th in it was Burnley, wasn't it? Or was it
Yeah.
Luton? Luton.
Luton would have
Luton.
been
Yeah,
last
so-
year.
So you would have had Luton v Leeds.
Yeah.
I think Leeds are going to win that every day, though. That's the thing. And I think
But,
Yeah,
anything
but I
can, if
think
it's a
if-
one-off game,
if
anything
you-
can happen.
Yeah.
I think if you do that in England, you lose the playoffs.
I'd
which
agree.
is-
Yeah, the playoffs are so good.
The
And
playoffs is
I
so
love the
good.
playoffs, but it doesn't work everywhere. And I think I like how everywhere's got different systems. I think that's great that there's different systems.
But
in
I think,
different
for example,
countries.
I'll use Netherlands as an example. We had the playoffs, for example, last year, and Almere got promoted. They've never been in the first division before. It's massive for a team like that to come up against a team in the league above you. You have a chance to win it. That's the whole point of having the playoff. I think it would allow for a lot more variation in the league.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Santa Clara 1-0 win at home to Real Ave. They sit 4th after gaining promotion last season and only
Incredible.
That's incredible,
4
yeah.
points off
Ridiculous.
Benfica. That
Going
is
to rival
some.
Wrexham.
Porto actually dropped points away at Famalco, a 1-1 draw. They did come from behind to get that point, but they would have gone top if they won. So it's
Proper thrown that one.
yeah, it seems to be a bit of a thing in Portugal, doesn't it? We saw another late goal in the draw between
Boavista.
Boavista and Firenze, drawing 1-1 at 94th minute. Hold on, no, I've read it wrong here.
Oh.
So Boavista went down to 10 men in the 94th minute,
Right.
but scored in the 95th to equalise.
That's incredible. Can you imagine that?
That's a FIFA thing.
Imagine
That's
that as
such
a
a
fan,
FIFA
right?
thing.
You're in the stadium. Your team's just like conceded a red card. You're thinking, God's sake, we've thrown it here. What a stupid thing to do. And you got at the other end and score. Brilliant.
Fair enough.
People would be heading out the
Yeah,
stadium.
you'd be heading out.
Yeah.
Walking down the stairs and you just hear a massive roar.
We had Casapia 1-1 draw with AVS with a 77th minute equaliser, so another late-ish kind of goal.
Who scored for Caspia? If you know.
Let me have a look for you, mate.
So I've got a friend who plays for Casapia, and he's a striker, so I'm wondering if he scored.
Yeah.
It is Gulart.
No, it's not who I'm thinking.
No.
Oh, that was the one who scored, Jamie.
Fair
That's
enough.
what you asked me.
You gave me the answer, to be fair.
Did your job.
Just.
Am I waiting for you or?
No.
Right.
Keep going.
And then final game we had Amadora beating Aruca 2-1. Jason scored in the 4th minute for the visitors,
Good
and
old
then
Jason.
Estrella scored 2 goals in the first 20 minutes of the second half. Aruca are sat bottom of the league, and that brings me on to the league table.
Yeah.
If I can find it.
It's a shame. I quite like Arauca because I did a career mode with them on FIFA once. I love them. They're a great club.
They're one of those clubs that are not really spoken about, but they're always just in the Premier Liga. They're always there.
So Sporting obviously sit top with Benfica behind them, but have a game in hand, so Benfica can go top. Santa Clara in 4th with Porto above them, 4 points separating those two. With the bottom 3, Aruca, obviously we just said the bottom. Firenze a second bottom with Nacional 16th in that playoff. But there's only 1 point separating those 3 teams, with 15th place being on. It's very tight because if we go from 16th place Nacional and 17th Firenze, both on 9 points, AVS in 15th are on 11, 14th
Boavista.
are on 11. Amadora on 12 and Gil Vicente on 13. So it's very tight.
Very
Liga
tight.
NOS might be the league this year. Just
an entertaining
tight at
league.
Yeah.
I think
the Serie A has been exciting this year.
very exciting. I do want to quickly get an update on Chavez from last season.
Yes.
I want to see how they're getting on. They're in 3rd place.
Ooh.
They're in the
So
playoffs.
what's the top 3 looking
They're in the
like?
promotion qualification. Tondela are top on 27. Penafiel are on 25. And then Chavez, 3rd place, 24 points. So hopefully they can come back up.
They
and
might
then-
be in that playoff position at the
Yeah,
moment.
exactly. And then next year we can get Chavez back on the Purple Show on a weekly basis.
Yeah, hopefully. So should we move to Italy then?
We go to Italy. So first of all, I'll start off with Napoli versus Lazio. Lazio got a 1-0 win. Obviously, that's a massive win for Lazio. They're now up to 5th. Napoli would have went top if they won that game.
Since we've
So-
had Val on here, they've really kind of started to bottle it.
Yeah.
They've really started to bottle
We
it. I
should
can't lie.
apologise to
So-
Val.
s-
We're sorry,
sorry,
Val.
Val.
We're
Sorry, Val.
Sorry about that one.
But no, Isaacson goal separated both sides in the 77th minute. And yeah, so that is a massive win for Lazio. And move on to Atalanta, who beat AC Milan 2-1. Atalanta are now top of Serie A.
Wow.
So obviously we've had Napoli top. Was Juventus top at
I think
at a
Juventus might have
point?
been top at the beginning, yeah.
At the very beginning, because
yeah,
they've become the
yeah.
draw merchants.
Yeah. And then we've had Inter Milan, and now we've got Atalanta. So towards the top, it looks really competitive.
Yeah, I mean, Henry was actually right about something, which, he's not here, so he doesn't know about it. However, he was actually right. Yesterday they lost at home.
I'll cut out you saying that he was right.
Fair enough. So you know how Atlanta lost at home yesterday to Real Madrid? That's the first loss in 15 home
What, in
games
all
that they've lost. Yeah,
Wow.
all competitions. I think the last time they lost was the beginning of February this year. So last time they've lost at home.
I mean, losing to Real Madrid isn't exactly.
I was going to say it was 3-2.
Yeah, so
But,
it's not.
you know,
worse
you look at
than
the teams they've played as well. They've played against some massive teams in that run. It's a great run to be on.
Yeah, and Lookman again scored for Atalanta. What do we all think about him?
Baller.
For me,
He's cooking.
He's one of the most informed players in Europe at the moment. He's incredible. I mean, I love Ademola Lookman. I think he's a great player. He's so exciting to watch.
I didn't really pay attention to him up until that Europa League final, but then as soon as that kind of happened, you kind of look back and realise how good he'd been all season. He's had literally like a year and a half just being probably the best player in Italy.
No, he's incredible.
Yeah.
And people are starting to realise it after that final. But yeah, he's been incredible for a long time.
I mean,
Yeah.
like if you look at where was he at? Was he at Fulham?
He was.
He was at
Everton
Fulham
as
and
well.
Everton. If you look at him when he was at Fulham, you would never expect this.
Was it at Fulham or Everton where he had that horrible
Fulham
connection?
penalty,
Fulham.
yeah.
He Panenka'd it and then
Against
slipped
West Ham.
afterwards.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, I don't want to burst up, but he was good for us. He just didn't get played enough.
He played
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He came. For
When
the
did he
season.
play for Leicester?
He was on
came
loan,
on
wasn't he?
loan, and we had an option to buy him for 14 million. And that, for me, it's the
Sucks to
biggest
you,
mistake
mate.
we've made. 14 million
Yeah.
for him. Because you might remember he scored a goal against Liverpool
Yep.
in a 1-0 win.
Bro, I
So-
do not remember him at
I
Leicester. That's
remember
mad.
that. Yeah. Let's go back onto Italy.
Move on to Fiorentina, who beat Cagliari 1-0. Fiorentina have now won all of the last 6, 100% record. So they're looking good. I think they're now fourth in the table. Yeah, they're fourth now in the table. Where are they now? They're in the Europa League.
We're still Champions League, I think, because of the coefficient league. I think it's still Champions League.
Yeah. So again, they're in the Champions League and they're doing well in the league as well. So good, big up to Fiorentina. Girona and Torino was 0-0. So I'm not going to go over that game particularly. Although Torino sits 12th and Girona sit 14th. So two teams run each other 0-0. Similar sides. Udinese beat Monza 2-1, and Monza sit 19th. Possibly they would go down this year. And Udinese sit in 9th position, which is pretty good for Udinese.
That's really good.
That's
actually.
great.
Where was they towards the bottom last year?
I think
sure.
Yeah.
Udinese were last year. They were 15th.
Yeah.
So they're having a really good year so far. So we have to wait and see if they can continue on that really good form. And then Venezia versus Como was 2-2. Both sides obviously were promoted last year, so and Como came back from behind to lead, but conceded in the 69th minute to hold on. Belotti scored his second goal of the season for Como. Neither side have won in the last 5 games as well, so bit disappointing from those two sides who are trying to stay up this year. And particularly for them sides, they would hope to be beating each other. Because these games between each other could be 6-pointers. And we move on to Empoli, who beat Hellas Verona 4-1. All goals were scored in the first half. So, wow, 5 goals in the first half. Yeah,
It's like the Arsenal West Ham game. You got 7
Yeah.
goals in one half and then nothing
Yeah.
in the second.
Empoli averaged a goal per game on average prior to this match. And Tino Anjorin has created the most big chances for Empoli this season.
Chelsea.
That's the one from Chelsea.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
the
at
Dutch one
Huddersfield
from
as well.
Chelsea. Yeah.
I know the name.
And Urine. It's a good player.
Yeah, so Verona sit 18th and
That's not looking good for them then.
No.
and Empoli are all the way up in 10th. So they're having a decent year as well.
Verona being 18th, but they've always had nice kits.
They beat
They've got
Juve.
nice badge as well.
I think they
Really
beat
nice badge.
Juve this season as well. They either beat or draw with them. They definitely picked
I
up a
don't-
point or
But
something.
beating
Juve
having
haven't
nice
lost this
badge.
season.
Yeah, then they drew
Yeah,
2-2
Juve had
with
9
Juve.
draws. Yeah. And we will move on to Roma, who won 4-1. Obviously, they've been struggling this year, so it's nice for them to pick up a victory finally. Claudio Ranieri decided to get to winning ways under his appointment. I think that might be his first win. I
Yes.
believe.
Yeah.
And
Due to Tottenham, but yeah.
Yeah.
First
That's
one.
a loss, if anything.
Yeah.
To be fair, was it Hummels had a shocking first half, and then came and scored the equaliser. So
Yeah.
I'll pick up a point.
Yeah, and Lecce, is that how you pronounce the name? Lecce?
Yeah, Lecce.
Yeah, Lecce. Equalised from the spot, but hosts at the Stadio Olimpico were triumphant. Roma had lost their last 4 games, and the win moves them up to 11th. Lecce currently sits 16th. So hopefully this win for Roma pushes them up to more towards those European spots. They should be in Europe. They shouldn't be down 11th. They're a big club, so they're massively underperforming. So we can see what Ranieri does.
Yeah.
On to the next game. The final game was Juventus versus Bologna.
Yes, was it a draw?
It was draw.
Oh,
Of course it was.
surprise.
How did you guess? How did you know that?
Who could have guessed?
But Motta's side conceded 2 again, and it's obviously another draw. Bologna led, and they were 2-0 up, and Juventus came back. And I believe as well, Motta got sent off.
Yeah, I think he
He
did,
got
didn't he?
a second yellow. He got yellow, and then I think he threw the ball at the referee.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that.
Good on him.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
on him.
Yeah, I
We need that more in the Premier League, mate.
yeah, so that was a bit crazy.
The one thing with Juve is they concede too much. Yes, they're
Yeah,
drawing,
yeah.
but they're conceding way too many goals.
Yes, I mean, they're not losing any games, and that's, I guess they're still picking up points, but it's not near good enough.
Yeah.
They really have struggled in the past couple of years. They used to be winning titles all the time, and now they're struggling now. Again, you thought they'll turn around with Motta coming in, and it hasn't quite worked out as of now. So yeah, that is the Serie A. On to the Eredivisie.
Yeah, I will round up with the Eredivisie before we go into the players.
You do need to mention
So-
Ajax. You're not getting away with that.
Well, we're going to start with league leaders who went 1-0 down at Twente. They were at home, so, a bit of a shock. Then responded by scoring 6 goals.
Oh, wow.
And, by the
Halfway
85th
through
minute was
responding.
6-1. So yeah, they are now 7 points clear at the top of the league. That was helped, to be fair, last Wednesday while Ajax dropped points to Utrecht 2-2.
We were watching that.
Yep, we did watch that.
Watching Utrecht.
You don't even laugh because we watched
Yeah,
your
I
team get
can't.
slapped, so I don't want to hear it.
Utrecht are incredible, aren't they?
Yeah, we just didn't play great. No, to be fair, we did play well. We just
There were
should
two
have conceded.
screamers, weren't there?
Yeah, we
That
Gay,
first
our right back scored a wonder goal. But yeah, we then followed that up by losing to AZ Alkmaar 2-1. I don't really know what happened, to be honest. We just weren't good, to be honest, throughout the whole game. We'll skim over that one. Valwijk were 2-2 at one point with Feyenoord. Ended up losing again. No shocks there, really. Go Ahead Eagles picked up 5 goals. Within the first 25 minutes, they had scored 4 in a 5-0 win against NEC. NEC I think will probably go down. I'm going to say.
I mean, conceding 4 in 25 minutes is actually quite impressive.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sparta Rotterdam picked up a 2-0 loss at home to NAC. Sparta have scored 8 in their last 5, but couldn't end up scoring here. And the roundup of the rest of the games, Heracles with a 2-2 draw at home to Fortuna Sittard. Fortuna Sittard were losing that game, managed to equalise. Groningen 0-0 with Zwolle. It's just another kind of dropped points for Groningen. And Willemsvee were leading, but lost the game to Heerenveen. So Van Persie picking up 3 points, which they really needed, because I think it's about 6 they've gone without winning. So to round up the table, PSV are top on 42, Utrecht on 35 behind, Ajax on 33. To round up the top 4 is Feyenoord, and bottom of the league, Almere are on 6 points alongside Valwijk. Sparta Rotterdam in the playoff on 11, with Heracles on 14, Groningen. Wow, we've got Groningen, Zwolle, Willemsvee and NEC all on 16 points. So, yeah, big position for that. And should we move on to players?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
We'll start off with centre-back.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah, we'll
Isn't
start off with
it?
goalkeeper. I don't know why I said that.
Right. Vicente Guaita of Celta Vigo.
That's a name.
Yeah, 37 years of age now. Of course, he used to play for Palace. He made 4 saves at home in a 2-0 win against Mallorca. Kept an XG out of 1.85. Bearing in mind, Mallorca are currently sat 8th and Celta Vigo are in 10th. So a good result for them.
I've gone with Schindler again from Zwolle. 6 saves in a goalless draw away from home, preventing an XG of 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you've got me beat there, to be honest.
Over in the Serie A, I've gone with Ivan Provedo. Provedo, is that his name? How you pronounce his name? Provedo. Obviously, clean sheet against Napoli.
Yep.
So that is
Impressive.
absolutely massive. He made only 1 save. Just clean sheet against Napoli.
No, I mean, that's solid enough, isn't
Yeah.
it, really?
Yeah.
Solid.
I mean, Portugal didn't really have a standout goalkeeper. Joel Robles of Australia, from Everton.
Yeah.
He did concede 2, but prevented an XG of 3 and made 6 saves at Braga. But obviously, the 2 conceded really brings him down.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, I had Gulashi from RB Leipzig, 5 saves and prevented an XG of 1.5 in their 2-0 away win to Kiel.
Fair enough.
Although,
Yeah.
for me, it's your guy with 2 XG prevented.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Jamie.
I'll
Jamie-
go with Gulashi.
Oh, cool.
So,
Who did you vote for, Kian?
Jamie.
Right, sorted. Jamie wins.
the issue is we've got to keep this on footage because otherwise I'm going to get a point and then
Lose it.
Henry's going to be like, nah, you didn't do that.
no.
This
yeah,
is all
yeah.
recorded, so I don't want
Right,
to see anything,
yeah,
Henry.
So Jamie gets the first point.
Move
Who
on
wants
to
to
centre-back
go
now.
for defenders?
Kian, go ahead.
Oh, I'll go for it. Okay. We got Fernandez, the guy who scored in the 97th minute for Gil Vicente to win the game. He also made the most interceptions in the match. I can try and get up the number for you quickly. Where is he? There he is. I can't find it. Hold on. He made 2.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had Schlotterbeck from Dortmund assisted their goal in their 1-1 away draw to Gladbach.
Nice.
I am going to go for Aitor Paredes. He scored a goal and got a clean sheet in a 2-0 home win against Villarreal.
Nice.
And I've gone with Mancini, Roma centre back. He scored a goal in a 4-1 win over Lecce, was it? Yeah. So.
There we go.
Cool. I've gone with James from Go Ahead Eagles. Goal, clean sheet, most interceptions.
Oh, interesting.
I actually think it might have to be that.
What was yours again?
Aitor Paredes scored a goal for Athletic Club in a 2-0 home win against Villarreal.
I'm torn between those
Yeah.
two.
I think because you both got clean sheets as well.
Yeah.
We did.
Let me see who did Go Ahead
Did
play
he have
against.
any in-depth stats?
In-depth stats.
Are we doing a
I'm
Henry?
doing a
We're
Henry.
doing a
here
Henry.
to VAR it.
6 interceptions, 2 out of 2 tackles,
Whoa.
1. Also made 35 accurate passes out of 40. If you want to go in depth.
Let me just quickly pick out
I
this
might.
one.
I think I'm gonna go.
I just want to hear
Yeah.
Jamie again.
Who's the
Um,
opponent? That's what I care about.
Well, go
What?
ahead, Eagles.
1 second. Let me just get up the score because for some reason whenever I try and do it, it's not going to come up. So they played NEC.
Okay.
Let me try and.
I'm going to edge Lloyd here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lloyd.
I think I'm going to go Lloyd anyway. So I
Right.
think-
I'm voting for Jamie.
fair enough. I think Lloyd's won it. So Lloyd's won that point.
Right.
Cool. So let's go on to midfielders.
Yes.
I
Who
think
wants to
I've got a
start?
chance with this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got Walter Marde from Stuttgart. He scored 2 of their goals in their 3-2 comeback win against Union Berlin. So he scored the first and the second goal to bring them to equalising.
Nice.
As a midfielder, quite impressive.
You finished?
Yeah.
Um,
what do I need to say? Is that
Fair enough.
I've got the bloke I can never pronounce, Turkish geezer from Benfica.
Wait, can I say one more thing? He came off the bench. He came off the bench as well. That
Okay.
was-
I know who you're talking about. I've forgotten his name.
Artikoglu.
Artikoglu.
Yeah. Scored the only goal of the match and created most chances.
Nice. Lloyd.
Right. I'm torn between 2 here. I've got 2 players in mind. Oh, this is tough. You know what? I think this is more impressive. Off from the bench, Ander Baranachea, 1-0 up. Real Sociedad were away from home. Comes on to the pitch, 77th minute, gets a goal and an assist, and secures the win.
Wow.
And for me, Mkhitaryan got 2 assists in the 3-1 win for Inter Milan.
Nice. I've gone with Saibari again. As I said, Twente were winning 1-0, doing really well. Scored 2 goals and got 2 assists to make it 6-1.
I thought I was going to win this easily.
Yeah, that's
I
Jamie.
thought
That
I
is
did.
Jamie.
Voting Jamie
I've had
for
a
this
really
one.
good week this
Did you say
Yeah.
he came off the bench?
No.
Oh.
He
My one
started,
came
but
off the bench.
helped turn it around.
My one came off the
Bloody
bench.
hell.
2 goals and 2
goals.
assists.
No, it's Jamie.
Yeah.
Even I'm going to be voting Jamie here.
Yeah, Jamie wins that one.
I've had a. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
I've had a really
I'm
good
sorry,
week. To
Henry.
be
Look,
fair.
there's nothing I can do there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had genuinely, it's the best week I've ever had. Trust me. As we move on to strikers,
Who's going first?
Lloyd, go ahead.
Right.
Take it.
Antoine Griezmann, 2 goals in that 4-3 win against Sevilla. Of course, scoring the 94th minute winner. So that's him. He also got a 9.2 rating
Wow.
and hit the woodwork as well. So could have had a hat trick.
Wow.
For me, I've gone with Esposito for Empoli. 2 goals in a 4-1 win over Hellas.
Matt, go ahead.
Oh, I don't want to say I have a good chance for this
Matt,
one. But
go
again,
ahead.
I thought I did. I'm using Wind, who scored in the 84th and then the 94th minute to get Wolfsburg to win from 3-2 down to win 4-3.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
go with Bruma. Got a brace against Strolli. 4 shots on target. 2 big chances
You
created.
got someone crazy. I already know. Who
Oh.
have you got then?
I wanted to explain
no,
mine.
finish,
How
finish,
dare you?
finish.
Yeah, 2 big chances created. 4 shots on target, and this is from like a left wing spot. 2 goals as well. Quite impressive.
That's good.
Fair enough.
But here we go.
I said I had a good week. I said go ahead Eagles scored 5. Edvarson scored 3 in 24. against NEC.
We just don't vote for him.
Yeah, should we not vote for him? Who are we voting for?
No, we're not going to turn into Henry here. We're not going to do that.
Yeah,
We'll vote for
that's fair
Jamie.
enough.
I'll
Yeah,
go Matt again then.
Jamie's got 3 points this
Ridiculous
week. I'm
win.
glad I got one. I'm glad I got.
Crazy.
No, to be fair, go ahead really helped and didn't help that PSV
Right.
scored 6 as well.
It's quiz
Get your
time.
whiteboards, fellas.
Quiz. Let's do it. So whose quiz is it this week?
Tom's AK Mines.
Cool.
So,
Thank
Portugal.
Right.
I feel really bad for Tom this week. He's got absolutely nothing.
Mate, I've just had a good week. Allow me,
Yeah.
because I'm always getting cooked every single time.
Yeah, you've already had a forfeit this year, haven't you?
Literally. Wow, my voice is still strained.
I'm gonna be absolutely awful.
Right,
I'm
just
gonna
tell
write
me
down
when
my-
you're ready, and you can have the first question.
Cool.
I feel like a TV.
There's
Quizmaster.
another one
Yeah, like a. I'm
Yeah.
a host now.
Ben Shepherd.
Right, I'm ready.
Right.
there. Let's do it.
So which one of these clubs did Ronaldo not play for?
Okay.
Sporting, Estroli, or Nacional?
Wait,
So
what?
Sporting, Estoril, or Nacional.
Estrol.
And which one did Ronaldo not play for?
Which one did he not play
Did he
for?
play for one of those two clubs?
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Oh god, this pen has stopped working.
I'm gonna go for these guys.
Well, Lenny did the quiz. It wasn't me.
Fair. My pen stopped working.
don't
but I'm
mind
just gonna-
spell it,
I'm
it's
just
fine.
gonna read out the name.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sporting, Estrol, or Nacional?
My pen stopped working, so I'm
I
just gonna
feel
say it.
like he hasn't played for this team.
So
I might be
three-
wrong.
Let's go 3, 2, 1. Got
Nacional.
I went for Estoril.
It's
no.
Estrol.
Estoril.
Yes.
Henry.
Yep. So I have written Estoril, but my pen don't work.
Yeah.
Is
there
there,
we
have you got
go.
another? Have you got another
I'll
pen?
take
Ubaid?
Obey, is there
Have you
another
got
pen?
That
But
one
don't
that
work.
doesn't work.
no.
Just checking the
We need
thing.
to
There
invest
could be.
in more.
We do. We
Well,
need to get
just
more
shout out his
pens.
answer when
Yeah, if
you-
anything, I'll just shout it out. But we'll go next one then.
Sorry, Henry.
Do you want to wait for pen or?
That's fine. I'll just
Right.
read out my answer.
Carlos Carvajal manages Braga, but which Premier League
Oh,
now
okay.
Championship side
Oh, I know
did
this.
he manage taken over from Bob Bradley?
What? Are
Another
the,
one?
Premier League.
this is a
now-
good
Now
question.
Does it say what year they turned for championship?
Okay, yeah, that would give it away, possibly. Oh, I know.
Anyone, really?
Carlos Carvajal manages Braga, but which Premier League now Championship side did he manage taken over from Bob Bradley?
Bob
Is it
Bradley.
recent?
Huh?
Is it recent?
It was a few years ago now.
Oh, a few years.
Like
Right.
quite a few years ago.
I've got it.
Well, if you've got it, would you
Yeah,
say
I know
it's-
who it is.
No, I mean,
don't
was
know
it, was
who
it
it is.
within like the last kind of 5 years or more?
I think it might have been more.
More.
Right, I
More.
think I've got a good guess.
No.
I might be completely off the
Bob
money here.
Bradley, what a coach.
Okay, this pen don't work either, but I've got an answer.
Right, you ready?
Very-
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Ready? 3,
Two,
2,
one.
1.
I'm guessing kind of
Swansea.
Swansea City.
Swansea.
Yes.
I could have got that as well. I could have got that.
Hold on, no, you couldn't have got that because you got it wrong, Matt. You could not have got that.
I know, but I knew Bob Bradley managed
Gets
Swansea.
in there.
So
I
why
should've got
didn't
that.
you
As
put
As soon as I heard the
Swansea?
name,
Who did you put? Huddersfield.
oh, as soon as I heard the name Carlos Carvajal, I knew who it was.
I
I was
don't know how
like,
I got
get
that right.
in.
Henry's going to be very disappointed.
Mate, I'm on 5. What's going on?
Yeah, man. What a week.
So, the final question. This is kind of following on from the last question. His assistant at Swansea also managed in the Premier League. He is now. Do you want me to say the club? Because they'll give it away, won't it? Yeah. I won't say the club, but his assistant at Swansea also managed in the Premier League, and now he is a manager in Liga NOS. Who is he?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I
My
think
Liga
I
NOS knowledge is not good
I
enough.
think I know the club. but I
Wait,
don't know.
hang on.
I only knew one manager in
Is
Liga
that who
NOS,
is?
that's
Oh,
Amarin.
okay, okay. I might be wrong here, but
I don't want to say the club.
But which Premier League club it was, you mean?
No, because no, he
I
was
think-
he was
What-
assistant at
I
Swansea.
think if
with
it's the
Carvajal.
person that I think it is, that would give it away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on,
I
boy.
couldn't even
Come
get-
on, boy.
I know who this
Name a
is, I've got this.
Name a manager at the moment.
I think I've got it.
The thing is, I think I know. I can picture the person, but I don't know the name of him. It's gone out of my head. No, so I'm disappointed.
I
now.
don't know. I literally don't have an answer.
Are they question? Are they
Okay.
Portuguese? Or can I? Is that too obvious?
Yeah, they're Portuguese.
Oh, right. Well, now I can have a guess. Oh,
Botafogo.
wait, I know who it is, I think. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
I've got
wanna say I
this.
know who it-
Just write it, Matt.
I've got this.
Oh, It's got.
Yeah,
I
I think
know.
I've got
I can picture him. I don't have a name.
Have
Right.
3,
Let's
2,
show.
1.
Bruno Lage.
Bruno Lage.
Thank God.
Yes, come on.
It
I
was the
should've got
Portuguese thing that helped me. That when
Yeah.
he said he was
Come on.
Portuguese, it helped.
I did not want to say Benfica because
No,
it would have given
yeah.
This is the thing,
that
right?
wouldn't have helped me. That wouldn't have helped me.
No.
Really? Even though
No,
I
no, no.
mentioned him earlier.
Exactly.
To
We
be
literally spoke
fair,
about
I zone out when you
said
talk.
that, if you'd said that, I would have known exactly who it is. I could picture him. Just the name went out of my head.
Yeah.
Right, so how many
I heard
points?
Bruno, but I didn't know the
I got
surname.
1 point.
So
for
you got
Henry.
1 point. I got 3.
Got one.
You got 1.
I got 5 overall.
5 overall today. So I got 4 overall today, and you got
Yep.
5. And then 1,
0.
0, 1.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Tom.
Sorry, Henry.
So
No,
Jamie's
don't say sorry, Tom.
literally the Eredivisie.
Yeah,
As I
Henry,
said, I have to
Jamie
have,
has
I
smashed
have
this
to have
game
this
week.
kind of week. And the irony is, the 1 week I have this kind of week is when the others aren't here.
That's so
So it
true.
looks like complete
can't
fraud.
rule it
It looks like complete fraud. Well, on that note, this is the end of the Purple Show. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to check out the rest of our shows. We have Premier League show, EFL show. We've also do quizzes. We've got interviews. Check out everything on our channel page. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much.